listen out for that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good. Hey, Shalom out there. And let us know if it's buffering or anything. You know what I'm saying? Out there. Yep, I just says buffer. Maybe be on his end, but. Yeah, cuz that's what you might want to do, just probably refresh, you know what I'm saying? On your end, just refresh. Just bear with us through this. And again, shalom to all you out there. And just give us a second, we're trying to make sure everything lined up.
You want to keep going in and out too long?
Yeah, yeah. But then we'll just go with it and see what happens. All right, shalom, shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, Church of Birmingham, Alabama, and as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Yeah, that would be the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His beloved Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the ancient Hebrew tongue. Also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there that's also laboring in His work, as well as you believers out there, you know, the Akim and the Aqua, which consists of you brothers, along with the sisters that subscribe to this truth as well. So we're going to entitle this, we're going to entitle this sitting right here, Esau, you know, which the Spirit has been on us to get on these devils lately, you know, and pretty much they hurt right now. I know if you didn't know, they struck my channel earlier, you know, and the lesson was pretty much centered around identifying, targeting them as the wicked, man. And that's what Esau don't want, you know. They like to slither in the darkness, in the shadow of deceit. That's why the scripture speaks about those who dwell in the clefts of the rocks. Yep. And when you go into that word clefts, it pretty much means the cracks. That's where you find snakes and all the creepy animals, the rodents and the rats, you know, creeping, man. So that's how Esau is. He don't like that light. You know, this word was set up as a light to expose this devil, man. You know, and that's what we're doing right now. We're exposing this man. We're giving you the characteristics of the one who the Bible knows as the devil and Satan, man. See? Which all roads point to Esau. The paper trail goes back to the so-called white man. The atrocities and crimes committed against our people, the drama that you have seen unfold since this man have come into power, and in his pursuit to power, the bloodshed that's been left in the wake, or the planet Earth being at the brinks of destruction. The paper trail goes back to the devil, man, the so-called white man, Esau, all right? Which he's he's equivalent to a damn weapon. And that's what we're going to go into this lesson, man. We're going to show you how Esau pretty much translates to a weapon, a sword, a spear, a dagger. You know, all those titles I just mentioned contributes to destruction. Everything this man do leads to destruction and death. See? So you got a precept up?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare.
Yep, I have made Esau bare. All right, this man have been exposed. Go ahead.
I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah, he should not be able to hide himself. Give me, you got a precept?
Yeah, I can get
Give me 2 Thessalonians 2:8. Go ahead, read that again.
It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
Yep.
And he shall not be able to hide himself.
Right, we're in a time where this devil can't hide himself, man. All right, there's a light that's beaming on him. And that light is through this word, which this word, again, is compared to a light. And this light was brought forth and laid out on display in an effort to expose the wickedness of the so-called white man. And actually expose the wicked. All right? So go ahead, give me what you got up.
this 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall they,
If you will, the Bible prophecy, man. The identifying and targeting of the wicked, man.
consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Right, and that's what you're witnessing. The Lord is consuming this man on all sides. Destroy this man. I think that's 15th or 16th verse, I believe it is. And it actually gives you the chronological order. Before the Lord actually destroy this man, he's going to bring forth his prophets first. What it says, he should utter his voice before his army.
Oh, you talking about... It said, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
See, the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. Who is his army? The missiles, man.
That's it.
All right? So the Lord is going to utter his voice before the army get here. Go ahead.
For his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. And who can abide it?
Right, so the Lord is going to destroy Esau. But before he do, he's going to utter his voice. He's going to set up his prophets first. Which we're going to pretty much point this man out. He's going to be brought up on charges. That's what happens in the court of law. The Lord is about justice. The Lord is not going to just bring the man up on charges and just put him down. No, he's going to bring out evidence. He's going to be found guilty. There's going to be overwhelming evidence against this man. And then what's going to happen? Then the judgment is going to come. All right? Which what happens after you get sentenced in court? You go to jail. You get locked up behind bars. So after all this happens, what's going to happen? Esau's going to be locked up in chains. He's going to jail, which is going to be in the form of slavery. See? So, what you had? You got something? You got anything?
Nah.
All right, so with that, let's go to the humble beginnings, if you will. Let's go to Genesis. There you go.
You want to start at the top on that?
Yeah.
All right, This Genesis 4:1.
Right, see, we're going to go into the source. And we ain't going to let up off this devil, man. Hey, because they think that they can compromise the channel and somehow we're going to tiptoe around. Oh, shit, we are again. You know what I mean? You know? Go ahead.
Genesis 4:1. Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. His brother Abel, and Abel was the keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. It says, and in process of time had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Right, and why is that? Matter of fact, you break it down.
Meaning, so this lets you know that the laws was already established from the beginning, man. You know? So that it wasn't like they didn't know what to bring or they would just bring anything. It was a certain thing that you're supposed to bring. You know, have shortcuts, man. You know, he knew what to bring, but he wanted to pretty much take shortcuts, man. You know?
Yep, go ahead. You got something good.
And sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen.
And yeah, that's what the devil had done. He brought forth a corrupt thing, man. And that's what that's why I tell you in Psalm the 14th chapter, they are all corrupt, man. Everything this devil do is wicked, man. Is off, man.
It's adverse. It's adverse. That's where you get the word Satan from, Satan. All right? So read that again, and once you read it, go to Numbers the 15th chapter.
This is back in Genesis 4 And 5, it said, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Read it up.
Okay, verse 4. This is, matter of fact, I started 3 again. Genesis 4 and 3. And offering unto the Lord.
Offering. But not Cain's. Why? Well, let's go to the law. Numbers 15, start at the top.
Number 15, speaking to Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when you become into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you.
Like that. You know? Go ahead. We're going to show you what. Go ahead.
A burnt offering or a sacrifice in perform or in a free will offering or in your solemn feast to make a sweet savor unto the Lord of the herd or of the flock. Then shall
of the what?
Of the herd or of the flock.
Yeah, of the herd or of the flock. Go ahead.
Then shall he that offer his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering.
Right, so it said the Lord of the herd. What's a herd? Your cattle, your livestock, or of your flock, or what else?
It says a meat offering.
A meat offering, man. So Abel had respect from the Lord because he brought of his flock, which was a meat offering. Go ahead, up.
It says bring a meat offering of a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of oil. It says
so that's pretty much the law. The law was oral, and they proved that there was prophets back then. It was prophets telling them the law. Matter of fact, give me what's that? Luke the first. So how did they know what law it was? It was asking prophets around. See, the scriptures ain't got to go into every detail. You got to be able to extrapolate. The Spirit got to be dealing with you. You got to use precept upon precept and line upon line to put the pieces together. So the law was established. The law always was established, whether orally, because it's 3. But then in the kingdom, the covenant with
this Luke 1 and 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
So the prophets have always been around. So how did they know what laws to keep? How did they know, that the laws was in effect? Because the prophets was conveying it, all right, orally. See? So now let's go back to Genesis.
So this back in Genesis chapter 4, continue on verse 6. It said, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Yep, go ahead.
If thou do well, shall thou not be accepted?
Read that again.
It said, if thou do well, shall thou not be accepted?
Yeah, Esau, this sequence of events ain't got to happen, right? You ain't got to strike my channel or anybody else's channel if you was doing well. The Spirit of the Lord wouldn't get on you. Why would we talk? Why would we have to get on you, Esau? Because you don't do well. You got a precept?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This Psalm 50. And,
that's it.
I started 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Yeah, because it's off. When you see goddamn Kenneth Copeland with a Bible anywhere around him, man, or any of these devils with the Bible in their hand. Go ahead.
It says, seeing thou hatest instruction.
Yeah, you hate his instruction. You adverse to everything that Yahweh Shema Shai has laid out. Case in point. Scriptures tell you if a man lieth with mankind as he lieth with a woman, they have both committed an abomination that should surely be put to death. The so-called white man turned right around and celebrate homosexuality. So much so to which my channel got a strike for going into remember I did the video with the trannies. Man, Esau swooped in and shut my shit down within 10 minutes, man. So they celebrate. Look, if you got a platform of voice, let's say in the form of being a talk show host, radio show host, you got to tread lightly. If you mention anything in a bad light, that could be considered a diss. What would they call it?
Hate speech. Yeah,
hate speech. In remarks, insensitive remarks, inflammatory. Man, they're gonna fire you. You might be subject to jail time. Who knows? But that's the point. Yahweh Shema Shai said you should put homosexuals to death. The so-called white man turn around and support them and go as far as protecting them, man. See, so that's why the Lord said. Read that again.
He said, seeing thou hatest instruction.
Yeah, you hate instruction. Where is instruction found? Right here in the scriptures. So into the book of Proverbs, the 1st chapter. Go ahead up.
It says, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my word behind thee.
Right, and you cast the words of the Lord behind you. And in order to cast means to throw. In order for you to cast something behind you, that means you have
4 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
It said, if thou do well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Mm-hmm.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Yep.
And unto thee.
This man, he can't do right. You know? Go ahead.
It says, and Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Mm-hmm.
And he said,
So he pretty much got small with the Lord. You know? Go ahead.
And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground.
Uh-huh.
And now art thou cursed from the earth, which had opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from
Right,
thy
and
hand.
Esau is cursed from the earth. He is a curse on all levels. Even physically, the very appearance of Esau symbolizes a curse. This man, he represents leprosy. You know, that shows you right there, first and foremost, he's cursed. All right? Also, the scriptures say the earth, read that part again.
It says, it said, and now art thou cursed from the earth,
You're cursed from the earth. Go ahead.
which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Mm-hmm.
When thou tillest the ground,
Mm-hmm.
it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
That's why you got GMO foods. That's why you got seedless grapes. That's why you got mad scientists in the lab creating food. Because the earth is not yielding its fruit to this devil. This proves that this is a prophecy concern. And that proves that the prophecies is all through the book. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah real quick. I think that's Isaiah 46 and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Get that real quick. We read a prophecy right here in the book of Genesis. Which, by the way, this Bible right here is not to be applied as you might apply your curriculum, let's say in school. Like your math book or your English book, your social studies book, your literature book, right? In school, the first chapter was usually the easiest chapters. You know? So people apply that to the Bible. They just skim through Genesis. Well, this is just the first chapter. No, that's one of the most complex books in the Bible besides the book of Revelation, man. You know, in the book of Job and other books that contains dark sentences, man. All right? Why? Because Genesis deals with prophecy. And we read right here in Genesis, the 4th chapter, of prophecy concerning them. All right? So go ahead and get that.
Yeah, Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning.
Declaring the end from the beginning. What's the beginning? The book of Genesis. So in the book of Genesis, the end is being declared. And we read that. Read that again.
It said, declaring the end from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done,
right.
Saying, my counsel shall stand.
With the prophecies, go ahead.
And I will do all my pleasure.
See that? So now let's go back to Genesis.
Kind of back in Genesis, in 12 again.
In Ezra the 14th chapter, they tell you how the earth has grown weaker and weaker. You know, and it's pretty much not complying with Esau. You know, that's all. All right, go ahead.
It says, a fugitive and a vagabond.
A fugitive and a vagabond. And it's not that Esau. This man hide behind all these different uniforms, whether it's in the form of being associating himself with being Swedish or British or English or Russian or American. No, you're an Edomite. You hide behind these different uniforms. You're a fugitive on the run, which these are nothing more than spiritual checkpoints. We got a checkpoint in England and London and Haiti, the islands, throughout the Caribbeans. We got a camp. We got a brother in Alaska, man. That's brothers who come under the banner of Great Millstone, the House of David, all throughout the planet Earth. So these will be spiritual checkpoints. Esau can't go nowhere, man. See? Go ahead.
It says a fugitive.
And what happens with a fugitive? You ever saw a movie with a fugitive? At the end, what happens when the fugitive is cornered off? He go out in a blaze of gunfire. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go to war, World War III. All right, go ahead.
It says, a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right, and you see why the so-called white man have exhausted all his resources, energy, and money to try to keep this thing on the low. No, don't mention Esau, because that's too much to bear. Who would want to be Esau, man? Scriptures say that this is the nation where the Lord, the indignation of the Lord is going to rest upon them forever. Really, you can't blame them devils. for having a task force sitting there watching your videos. Oh, which a lot of them guys who watch these YouTube videos, they bugging out.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because they got to sit there and watch us. Man, that's overbearing. You got to sit and watch us night after night, man. They having dreams. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
Yep.
And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Right. He is a fugitive and a vagabond, man. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me
everyone that findeth me, go ahead,
shall slay me.
Shall slay me. And that's why we read that this devil will be revealed. All right? Matter of fact, go back to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter again, with saying, his time he shall be.
Okay, kind.
And that's what happens. When you go back to the Old Western, right, they had a poster wanted, dead or alive, you know? So this is the most infamous fugitive ever throughout history. The crimes of the so-called white man, you know, that's why he's the red man, which goes back to crimson, which that word crimson translates to what? Crime, criminal. That's why you have the saying, he got caught red-handed. All right? Man, everything points to you devils, man. And we're in a time now when you can no longer ignore this. The only thing Esau can do is try to combat this truth through his technology, through his legislations, through YouTube guidelines, or whatever approach he takes. But guess what? That will in no wise stop the prophecies from going forth, man. And this is a major prophecy. They're identifying and targeting of the wicked, man. All right, go ahead.
Which you want to reveal his time?
Yeah, read up a little chapter, set it up a little.
All right, yeah, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 5. It said, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, and now you...
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, for we will return and build the desolate places.
Yep. Oh,
Spirit.
Yep, right. That spirit translates to weapon, man. See? Which means spirit, you know? Which is a weapon, man. That's the weapon that the Lord chose to bring forth the destruction. You know, that's why he's known as the son of perdition. That's the balance. You know, you're going to have peace. That's why Scripture said a time of peace and a time of war. Matter of fact, you finna get a precept? Give me Revelation the 6th chapter real quick. This is a necessary evil. No pun intended, man. This is necessary. You got to have wickedness and destruction, you know, to balance off, you know, the peace and salvation that's going to come to the children of Israel.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Yep. And when was that sword given? Let's go to the book of Genesis.
Yep, this Genesis chapter 27 and 40. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break the yoke from off thy neck. So
that sword was given, we going into the beginning of when the humble beginnings of when that sword was given to this red dragon, which is Esau. All right? So now, you got a precept? All right, so now let's go back
to the Revelation. That was in on that.
Okay, that was in on the Revelation. Now go to Psalms 17. Okay. Now, I don't know if you want to go in the blue letter with it. I'll get it in the blue letter.
Okay. This is Psalm 17 and 13. It says, arouse, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him.
Hey, hold up. Who is that him, man? Now you got to ask yourself. Is that talking about the spiritual being Satan?
Yep.
Who is this him right here, man? Well, we know the answer to that. That's dealing with the so-called white man, Esau.
Yep.
All right, you got a precept?
Yeah, real quick. This is Isaiah chapter, Isaiah chapter 10. And verse 5. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
Right. And that Assyrian, that's dealing with Esau. All right? That's another buzzword for Esau. In America, his throne. And here's that rod in the hand of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right? So you can go back up.
It said, Psalm 17:13, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right, which is thy sword. Now, when you go into the definition for this word sword, now I'm going to the root word right here. It says to be waste, to lay waste, desolate, be in ruins. See, to be made desolate. Give me Proverbs 16:4. To lay waste. Did not we just read the heritage of Esau? The Lord said he laid his heritage waste for the dragons of the field. It says to be laid waste, be dried up. See? To attack, smite down, slay, fight. See? So everything that's attached to Esau is death and destruction, man. Why? Because he's actually a sword. He's a weapon. Man, I walk in the room with a gun, man, what I'm coming for, you know what I mean? Nothing good is going to come out of that, man. I'm going to die, you're going to die, you know? Go ahead.
Proverbs 16:4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, so there can't be a day of evil without the wicked. You know, when you go back into the time of slavery, hardcore slavery, we was brought over as cargo, you know, you was raped, ravished, and evil out throughout the planet Earth, airstrikes. Who was the face in the crowd? It was always Esau. Just like, man, everywhere destruction and death at, you sure to find this man. Why? Because again, he's the sword.
This is the book of Sirach 12, verse 17. It says, if adversary come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yeah, so he's going to be there first. Whenever adversity is there, whenever there's bloodshed, Esau is there. He goes hand in hand with destruction and death, man. That's why his kingdom is known as what? The shadow of death. Danger lurks at every turn here. As long as the so-called white man in power, matter of fact, you get a precept? Give me Proverbs 29:2. As long as the so-called white man is in power, destruction is sure to be there, man. That's why we find ourselves in the situation we're in now. You know?
This is Proverbs chapter 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah, and that eliminates Esau right there. He couldn't be the righteous because the people is not rejoiced, especially not now, man. Go ahead.
It says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
See, and that proves right there that the so-called white man is the wicked indeed that the Bible speaks of. Because the people are mourning, man. All right? So you got some?
Yeah, I'll just try to get it real quick.
Yeah, so the proof is already out there. We just continue to pile on. You know, we bring in more and more evidence. It's becoming overwhelming that the so-called white man is indeed the wicked. You know? And again, this is a phase in prophecy that in a major part of prophecy, because before the destruction comes, the guilty have to be pointed out. You know? Somebody can't be sent off to prison unless they've been identified, targeted, charges brought up on them. You're going to be drugged into court, evidence is going to be produced, ultimately he's going to be found guilty. Then the sentencing comes. All right? The judgment. See? So you got what you got?
I'm still trying to find it. Let's see what I take.
Give what you got.
This is the book of Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people.
Oh, read that again.
This is the book of Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings.
Yeah, because of unrighteous dealings, that's the so-called white man in a nutshell. You go back to, for example, let's bring out the Native American Indians, which everybody this man dealt with, he hasn't dealt with diplomatically, not even his own people. World War I and World War II. That was white on white crime. But let's go into the natives. This man broke over what? 500 to 2,000 damn treaties, man. That's unrighteous dealings. Read that again.
It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, so again, they go to chronological order. And how is this transition going to happen? By World War III. That's why when you read 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, it says, and the heavens passed away with a great noise, man. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, this Psalms 18:48. He delivered me from mine enemies. Yeah, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me.
Yep.
Thou hast delivered me from the violent man.
From the violent man. And what makes him violent? The fact that he has a weapon. He was given a weapon. The Lord sent him out in his pursuits. He gave him that sword. Matter of fact, You know what? Let's get Genesis, the 27th chapter. All right.
I'm gonna jump over a little bit on this Genesis 27.
Okay, before you do, get this one more time. 17 and 13.
This is the book of Psalms 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
So the so-called white man is actually the sword of the Most High. All right? He's a weapon himself. He embodies destruction. All right? So, go ahead.
Yeah, the Genesis 27 started at 38. It says, Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father.
So let's see what the blessing he's going to get. What blessing was bestowed upon him. Go ahead.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
And by thy sword shalt thou live. Meaning everything this man does, if he look to enforce... Oh, right now, let's bring this up as an example. He's pushing the whole vaccines for the coronavirus. Right? What the hell the military got to be here for? That proves that by your sword you're going to live, man. Here it is, you're supposed to be giving us vaccines to live, right? You're supposed to be here to support, you know, but the military is there. That's why you have peacekeepers. You know, they call them peacekeepers. But when you look up, you hear the sound of choppers and helicopters and ropes letting down and damn Edomites, you know, propelling down with damn M16s on their back. That's their form of peacekeepers. That's why the scripture says the tender mercies of the wicked is cruel, man.
That's it.
You know? They are a sword. You know, if you take a sword, I can take a sword and I can caress you. Guess what? At the same time, I'm going to cut you, man. And that's Esau. I take that sword, I'm trying to comfort you. But I'm killing you, man. That's Esau, man.
That's it.
All right? So, let's put out this information real quick.
This is from the Washington Post. It says, gun rights are about keeping white men on top.
Oh, gun rights are about keeping white men on top, which is what? The Second Amendment, which really, when you go into the Second Amendment, that's Isaac in the blessing. That's Isaac in the blessing. That's why our Lord Isaac, which was Yahushua in the reincarnation, he said what? By your sword you shall live. He gave them the right to bear the sword. That's why when you read Romans the 13th chapter, they say they don't bear the sword in vain. They're all about the sword. And that's why a devil, one of these so-called white boys out here, from the bottom of the food chain to the top of the totem pole, they feel as if it's their God-given right to possess the weapon. And they're right. It is their God-given right. That's why these presidents, when they want to quiet the grumblings or they want to get any people, like they say, I don't give a damn who you is, man. You could be Bernie Sanders, goddamn, what's his latest dude who for them in running? Who that?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, that nigga. That crazy dude. Well, any of these president candidates, right, going all the way back to whenever you can remember, their whole rallying cry, whenever they want to get the American people on their side, is to enforce the fact that, look, we want to let you know, that we're going to make sure you keep your Second Amendment rights, man. You know? Think about it. See, you can't get around it. That lets you know that that's so-called white man. That's how they comfort them. They look, man. They want to let you know, man. Once again, you're gonna have your rights to remain to bear arms, and they feel entitled to bear arms. Why? Because it goes back to the blessing. Go ahead.
God, it says gun violence is rooted in white supremacy.
Yeah, gun violence is rooted in white supremacy. That's why you got to reassure the white man that, and not just with gun rights, even with weaponry, period. Hey, if you let these devils know, hey, our military is on point and on par and polished up, they feel comfortable. They don't have a spiritual bone in their body. They don't trust in the higher power. They trust it solely on their weaponry, man. See? Go ahead.
It says we can't solve the first without understanding its connection to the second.
And what's the second? The Second Amendment. You can't understand the first, but understand the connection to the second.
It says discussion of gun rights in the United States usually revolve around debated interpretations of the Second Amendment. But if we truly want to understand the influence of guns in our society, we need to center the debate in a much earlier period, one before the Constitution or the Bill of Rights.
And that was in the scriptures, when you really go before the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. The Second Amendment was in the scriptures, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, in colonial America, gun ownership equaled power.
Oh, gun ownership equal power. That's this man's power. The power was given unto him to take away peace from the earth. Yep. Revelation 6th chapter. Which was centered around the sword, which was centered around the gun. All right, go ahead.
He said more specifically, it meant the power to control the means of violence.
Woo! Go ahead.
And use those means to suppress the voices of the disenfranchised.
Right, which, let's just simplify that. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This gun was set as that reinforcing, power to keep you at the bottom. Go ahead.
It said throughout the 17th century, almost all the English colonies along the eastern seaboard passed legislation.
They're going to the 13 colonies where this place was started. That's the home. They're going to the beginnings of Esau. It's all centered around
forbidding sales of guns to native peoples.
To native.
White masculinity.
See that? A defining feature amongst white masculinity.
Have become a defining feature of white masculinity in the English colonies, and guns played it.
Happened in the day.
Yep.
Up there in Michigan and different places, Esau parading their guns around like, look, man, reopen up, goddamn, reopen up these businesses, man. That's the only way that's the only way they can deal. They can't deal diplomatic. Oh, and to show you the contrast. Like Jake, even though they was off in the civil rights, they was spiritual. In a certain sense. It wasn't a physical approach. It wasn't carnal, even though again they was off, but they was locking arms and they was trying to muster up and conjure up some type of spiritual win. Esau like, fuck that. Esau coming with the weapons, man.
To steal and to kill and to
corner power. This is Isaiah 31:3. He said, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh.
Right, meaning carnal. And that word horses translates to power. So their power is fleshly. Go ahead.
He said, and their horses flesh and not spirit.
Yep.
When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down.
Yeah, like you got Oprah Winfrey and all these celebrities coming out, and he that hopeth. Like just that nigga in the cut, DJ Khaled or one of them niggas hoping that shit get back to normal. Alright? Go ahead.
I say
him because that's just the average nigga, your uncle, this nigga, just waiting, what I mean, for the car wash to, man, how about smash? Yeah, so go back, you got some more over on this,
yeah, it's a little bit more. Let's see, let me jump down a little bit. It says, but the main purpose of militias, North and South, during this period was to suppress slave rebellions.
See? And how did they accomplish that? With their weaponry, man. Because obviously Esau is weak, man. This man can't take Jake down, man, just, just shooting a fair one, man. They need strength. All right, go ahead, Alex.
It says,
the scripture said one shall be stronger than the other.
Yeah, occur as in the 1739 Stono Rebellion in South Carolina, militia patrols for months and even years after rebellions had been quelled.
Yeah, and you got this guy on the comment board. He said, another teaching on the white man shaking my head off says much. Well, the Bible is an effort to come up against the wicked, man. I'm going to ask you this, man. Who is the wicked then? Who is the wicked that the Bible speaks of? That's a question I'm asking you. You got the flow. Rogue and Black. He said the whole book is about Jesus. Hey, that lets you know he'll bug out right there, man. Hey, I just want to ask a quick question, to you. You want a little attention, we're going to give you a little attention. That the Bible speaks of. He said the whole book is about Jesus. What about Sodom and Gomorrah being overthrown?
But this is a commandment right here. This is Ezekiel 35:1.
Yeah, this is a commandment right here. Rogue and Black. Pay attention. Go ahead.
It said, moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Wait, so the scriptures commanded us to set our face against Mount Seir. Go ahead.
and prophesy against it.
And prophesy against it. Hey, that's a cut. That's a cut, bro. You just got cut, man. The scriptures encourages us to prophesy against Mount Seir. Go ahead, you got more?
Godliness are both alike and hateful unto the Most High.
Yeah, see that? Hateful to the Most High. King David. Give me Psalm 139:21.
Kind of Psalm 139:21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
See, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. And that's obviously the so-called white man. Let's prove that. Give me Psalms 83 real quick. And start at verse 2.
This is the book of Psalms 83. Psalm 83 and 2.
So we're in harmony with the scriptures when we get on Esau, bro. Go ahead.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee.
See, somebody hate the Lord. Go ahead.
Have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yep.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Now jump down to the point.
God, this is verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
The who?
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom, man. Now go back to Psalms 139:21.
God, this is Psalm 139:21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
See? Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. So we're in the right spirit, man, for coming up against each other. You got Psalm 94. Get that real quick. What you got?
I'll look for Psalm 7. He angry with the wicked.
Oh, okay. Get that Psalm 94 real quick.
God, this is
After this cut, we're going to get back to business, man.
Psalm 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Yeah, who will rise up with me? He left a precept, but you ain't answer my question. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Oh, what is every creature, bro? All right, okay. Well, that was commanded by the Lord, right? Give me Matthew 10:5. You don't understand the scriptures, man. It says every creature, right? Matter of fact, give me what's that? Give me Psalms. What's that? No, it said I think that's Psalm 140. It said all creatures. You know, it said all the works of the Lord. None of the works of the Lord shall perish. Matter of fact, get what you got. Just go ahead and get what you got.
This is St. Matthew's chapter.
I think it's Psalms 147. Go ahead.
St. Matthew 10:5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
So hold up. Is that a contradiction, bro? He just got, I'm going to read the scripture you got. He said, this Mark 16 and 15. It said, hey, these Christians bug out, man. It says, and he said unto them, go ye into all the world. Oh, what that word world that would be? Out of curiosity, I wonder what that word is. It says, and he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, right? So, now let's read this right here. Let's see if the Lord contradicted himself.
St. Matthew 10:5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Yeah, you got it. I'll break it down.
And not into any other city of the Samaritans enter ye not. And yeah, like you said, the Lord had commanded them not to do this, man. You know, you got to understand, man. It's just like you in a lotto ticket and you got your next door neighbor knocking on your door expecting a piece of it, man. No, this is all Israel, man. It's not all people. Going back to we getting on Esau, they talking about the Constitution, all men and this and that. That wasn't talking about everybody, man.
Oh, and real quick, right? Just he go to cut. I hope you still out there, bro. I got you right here. That word "world" right there is cosmos, man.
See,
that word "world" is cosmos. So the word "world" is going into the Israelites, and in particular the elect. I'm gonna get you the definition for cosmos. It says an apt and harmonious arrangement. Give me a precept. It says an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government. Government. That's a particular people, man. So you don't understand the scriptures. You approach the scriptures with this Western mentality. You see the word world, and that's the whole entire word. Let me tell you this, bro. First and foremost, understand the concept of root words. Which a root word, let's say for an example, a tree. It's one tree, but it has roots that go in different directions. So that word world has more than one meaning. Let's show you how simple these Americans are, man. They see the word world and they just equate it with the planet Earth. No, the word world, as it pertains to the planet Earth, would be in an Orkamini sense, which I don't expect that guy to know what the word Orkamini means. He on a low level. Right? Also, the word world translates to the word age or period of time. That's why you hear the phrase the end of the world. It means the end of an age. And also, as it pertains to what we just read, cosmos, which means a certain organization. Let's say in the ancient world, they might say the world of the fish or the world of, the cosmos. Even in the modern time, you might say the music world, the sports world. So, dudes, you don't understand the scriptures, man. When Yahushua said go into all the world, that was dealing with the world of Israel. Matter of fact, let's further prove that. Give me Isaiah 45. That what you got? Bring it up.
Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
World without end, meaning Israel is a world in itself. Read that again.
It said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
So explain that, Rob. Let me see what his name is. Rogan. Rob, we're going to call you Rob, man. Explain that, Rob. Read that one more time. He brought up the word world like every creature in the world. Let's show you that this book is a stumbling block to the wicked. Give me Ecclesiastes 39 and 24. Go ahead, read that again.
It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
World without end. So if this was the court of law, we have just produced reasonable doubt, bro. We have just proven that that word world is not just designated to the planet Earth, how your simple approach is, man. You don't understand the scriptures, man.
So are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Yep, so are they stumbling blocks. That's a cut to Zion 1. Let me read that. The brother Adon to Zion 1, Ephesians 3 and 21. Unto him be glory in the church. That's separate, by Yahushua throughout all ages, world without end. All right, so that church is in the same breath with that world.
That's it.
All right?
That's it.
So read that one more time.
This is the book of Sirach, 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
So you wicked. This is a stumbling block unto you, man. The fact that you thought the world, well, the scripture said the Lord don't change. So why didn't the Lord save everybody? Why didn't everybody have a chance at salvation, in all these different times the Lord visited the earth, man? When the angels came, they just came to Lot, man. and when you really go into that, Lot was prophesying. That's why I said Lot was down at the gates. So Lot was condemning the people at that time, man. Furthermore, the scripture said there'll be more of them that perish than be saved, man. So what Bible you read? All right, so
Go back to the information.
yeah, let's go back to where we was at. Was there any more information on that? If not, go back to the definition of Kwayan, and we'll go into scriptures.
All right, so this Cain
Filtering that word Kwayan and weapon and sword and spirit. All these things is a direct direct association, if you will, with the so-called white man. All right, go ahead.
It's Kayan, means spear. It says to fit together or forge.
Yep, spear, right? So that spirit is Esau. So what's going to happen? He's saying that we are obsessed with getting on Esau. Well, let's show you who really obsessed with getting on Esau. Give me Psalms 46, all right, and start at 6. Let's see who really, and give me Hebrews 12. Is that 12 and 16? Get that.
This is Psalm chapter 46 in 6. It says the heathen rage. Hold on, so like it. Yeah, that's it. It says the heathen rage. The kingdoms removed, he uttered his voice, the earth melted.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts is with us, The power of Jacob.
Oh, that's possessive. The Lord of hosts is with us. Go ahead. It didn't say with everybody. It's with us. Go ahead.
The power of Jacob.
Oh, the power of Jacob. Who is Jacob? Rob. Because he left another comment. Your doctrine is of flesh. Well, you running, bro. First you went to the world thing, and we cut you on that. Now you want to go to that, man. Come on, man. That's why we don't take you guys serious, man. Go ahead.
It says, the power of Jacob is our refuge, Salah.
Yep, go ahead.
Come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he hath made in the earth.
Right, and that's going to happen in your lifetime, Rob. The Lord is going to destroy America. He's going to overthrow this place. And pursuant to plenty of prophecies of the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, Joel, the 2nd chapter, Jeremiah, the 49th, with some, help me out, 50, Revelation, the 18th chapter. All throughout the scriptures, man, it's a build up to the destruction of America. The Lord said he's going to leave this place desolate. Go ahead.
It says, he maketh wars to cease unto the ends of the earth.
Up to the ends of the earth, which is dealing right here in America and the rulership of the so-called white man. Go ahead.
He breaketh the bow and cut up the spirit in sunder.
He cut up the spirit in sunder. Now, did we just look up the word for Cain? Quayan, which is what? Spirit. So the Lord said he's going to break the spirit in sunder. He's going to break Cain in sunder. So it sounds like Yahweh Shema Shai is obsessed. This nigga with this, you know what I mean? This kind of gently, man, get out of here, man. All right, you are living proof that the powers that be has overcome you, man. Because religion, in the sense of how you approach it, is to keep you people dumbed down. It's this idea of everybody loving one another, so that nobody will rise up against the powers that be, man. It was all given to you to keep you people dumbed down. You know? Religion, you know what I mean? Yeah. So they said, should not we turn the other cheek? And you say, you know what, brother? Yes, I'm going to pray for you. No, man. This doctrine is the overthrow of the wicked, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And it goes on to encourage us to prepare ourselves to put that rod of iron on these devils, man. Yep. And he said, oh, let me ask you this, Rob. So the Lord going to destroy the entire planet Earth? Just give me a yes or no. Real quick, Rob. He left. He said he's going to destroy the earth. Okay. You mean to tell me the Lord is going to destroy the entire planet Earth? Just give me a yes or no. So-called Christians stagger up in the, you know what I mean, in this arena, man. Hey, bro, this hearing is above your strength, man. I say that respectfully, man. This is way above your strength over here, man. You don't understand what's going on, bro. You know, you got a zeal, you know, but it's not according to nothing. So, yo, Rob, come on, Rob. Yay or nay, man. You mean to tell me the Lord going to destroy the entire planet Earth? Yes or no? Rob, man. Yeah, man, come on. Don't even get it. Let's go back to where we was at. Back in Psalms.
You want that Psalm 46 again?
Yep, Psalms, yep.
Kind.
46. And read the point again. You got something? Yeah, get that.
This is the book of Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator.
Now, this is the New Testament. Lest there be any fornicator. Go ahead.
A profane person. As Esau.
So what? What you going to say about the Apostle Paul? He's infatuated. He's obsessed with getting on Esau. That's the doctrine, bro. It's not like we concocted, some elaborate. We reading out the scriptures, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Yep. All right, so come on, what you got?
God, this Psalm 46 and 9.
Oh, he mustered this up. Yeah, this dude don't get it, man. Hey, man, I see, man. Going back and forth with these so-called Christians give you a headache. Yeah. Let me show you what he got. I'm going to read it for you. He got revelation. Oh my! I see. Y'all was talking about already got it. You jumped the gun. All right? Hey, but hold up. I'm gonna get what he got. He said, Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Come on, man. And the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So I'm gonna ask you this: your grandma who in heaven, right? Where's she at? If the first heaven, they're going to renovate.
Yeah.
What? I'm asking you a question, Rob. If the first heaven passed away, your grandma up there, right? Where she went? She went to a spiritual hotel till they renovate the old heaven and the new heaven get ready. Then they're going to move into the new heaven. What's that going into, Rob? You don't understand it, Rob. Yeah, you cut yourself, Rob. He said, that's a cut. I'm asking you a question, Rob. I'm asking you a question, Rob. Straight up, Rob. It says a new heaven, right? And a new earth. So you mean to tell me where your grandma at? Where's she at? If it's going to be a new heaven, where's she going to be while the new heaven is under construction? And first and foremost, the Lord, hey, you know what? If I was his grandma, I would be like, hold up, Lord. You promised me I'll be here forever. Why I got to move and wait till a new heaven? See how simple. And you don't understand that, Rob. You know? Hey, straight up, he cut, right? So, this the thing, Rob. I'm going to give you this, man. You better take heed. You better run with this. That new heaven and that new earth is symbolic to the rulership, man. This current rulership, which symbolizes this heaven, all right, is going to pass away with a great noise, which we can go into a more in-depth look into that precept. 2 Peter. Matter of fact, go to 2 Peter 3rd chapter. We'll give you a vivid illustration of that precept you just brought up. That's a cut. Like we just all this time, Rob goes, oh shit. Yeah, Rob got it.
Yeah, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
So what's that great noise that's going to cause the heavens to pass away, Rob? What's that great noise? He don't know, man. All right? That's dealing with World War III, and then the heavens that's going to pass away is this current rulership. Well, you have different stages of heavens. You have the heavenly bodies, you know, the sun, the moon, the stars, and you have a state of being in heaven. All right? A certain euphoria. Those who are on top, they would be considered in heaven, man. In places above. Those who are at the bottom, they'll be considered in hell. That's why you hear, especially Jake, make the statement, I'm catching hell. Do that mean they're literally in hell, you know? So he's going to say new heavens and new earth. You got to break that down, Rob.
Yeah, which heaven? I got that.
Yeah, give what you got.
This is 2 Corinthians 12 and 2. I knew a man in Yahushua above 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. The Most High knoweth. Such an one caught up to the third heaven.
See, to the third heaven. So, which heaven gonna pass away, Rob? Because we just read the third heaven, man. So, you know, bro, you just came into deep waters, man. You know, again, this arena is way above your strength. Even the brothers on the coming board, everybody, you child's play, man. You know? So, you got something over here?
You want to go back to Psalm?
Yep, let's go back there.
Psalm 46 and 9.
Yeah, Rob finished, huh? And Rob thinking, man. Okay. You know, Rob, he thinking, man. He doing word searches. Heaven. Ain't nothing coming up. That's why when you read, matter of fact, give me real quick, Jeremiah, that spirit. We're going to show you that the Lord ain't with you, Rob. Because if the Lord is with you, you would have confounded us. But we having fun with Rob, you know what I mean? He said, read the rest of that verse. Rob, okay, we'll do that. But I'm asking you first. Like, we can do that. You want me to break it down for you? No. I'll do that if that's what you want. But Rob, I'm asking you, where your grandma, like, straight up, this heaven, what heaven is you talking about? Give me what you got real quick. We're going to wait on Rob.
This is Jeremiah 1 and 17.
Read the rest of that verse. Man, get that on there too. Like, go ahead. Like we ain't never read this. You know? Go ahead.
Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them.
Right. So you got confounded before us. It ain't the other way around. Now hold up. He got 2 Peter. This is what you was talking about, right? He just cut himself. All right, look, this is 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with the reed. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Yeah, that's the destruction. The earth also shall, and the works of therein shall be burnt up. Oh, he's saying that that's dealing with the entire planet Earth. Well, okay, give me Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. With the earth right there is talking about, let me ask you this, right, Rob? If I pick you up and I slammed you down to the ground, I just slammed you down to the earth. It don't mean I slammed you. Nah, you see what I'm saying? It's how simple it is, man. If I pick up a piece of some off the ground, I just picked it up off the earth. That don't mean it had to be the entire planet Earth. This earth that's going to be burnt up is concerning where the destruction is going to take place. And here in America, certain parts of Russia, certain parts of China, Israel are going to be blown off the map. But the entire earth is not going to be destroyed. And we're going to get the precept to prove that. Now explain this, Rob.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 4, it says, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
So explain that, Rob. Read that one more time.
It said one abideth forever. So
the earth will be here forever. You got to explain that, Rob. If you can't explain that, then that means you don't understand what you just posted. 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, couldn't be talking about the whole applied earth if Ecclesiastes, the 1st chapter, said the earth is going to abide forever. All right?
I got something back up
here. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Malachi 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Oh, now he's talking about reaching. How we reaching, bro? We just got a precept. Let me get the precept again. See, that's the difference with us. See what these Christians, he came with us. You know what I mean? Explain that, Rob. He said we reaching. How is that reaching? We got a scripture. We just proved that your logic saying that the earth is going to be blown up or burnt up, it don't make sense. Because the scripture said the earth will abide forever. So explain that. How is that reaching? We got a precept. We having fun with Rob, man. You know, he took this lesson, the Spirit used him to take this into a whole other, but it still proved that, that's probably Esau right there, you know? You got something?
Oh, no, I ain't got nothing.
So let's wait to see what, okay. So you think I mean the earth. I can't read, don't leave it up to my imagination, Rob. You tell me, you see what I'm saying? Is the earth going to be destroyed or not, Rob? Oh, this guy reaching for real. Yeah. The kingdom of heaven, the rulership of the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, bro. All right?
Yeah, this is Zechariah 14 and 9. And the Lord shall be the king over all the earth.
Read this again.
And the Lord shall be king over all the earth.
When was this fulfilled, Rob? Which when you read Isaiah the 2nd chapter, it goes all into it. Go ahead, read that again.
It said, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth, and the day there shall be one Lord.
And that day shall be one Lord. That's not the case now. So that lets you know that prophecy ain't fulfilled. Yep. You got people calling on Buddha and Allah, and in this guy case, God and sweet Jesus. No, in this day, it's going to be a certain day where there's going to be one name that you're going to call to. So that proves that ain't been fulfilled, but where it's going to take place? Read it again.
It said, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth, and that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
And his name one. See? What's that? The Lord shall care for his elect. Is that Ecclesiastes 5? I think that's Ecclesiastes 5.
Let's see.
You got a precept?
I'm looking for it real quick.
Because there's a point in there too that proved that the earth. Look, Rob, when you read Ecclesiastes, the 1st chapter, right? It said that one generation passing and another generation coming. You go into the word generation, it means age. So that means different rulerships come and go, but the earth will be here forever. This is the stage where rulerships is played out on, man. Straight up, all right? And we could, don't make it, 2nd Ezra the 14th chapter. Yep, that's a cut. You want to get that too? You got something?
bagging up about the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Micah 4.
That's Dave. What that is?
Micah 4, man.
Okay, kind. Okay. Because that's reiterating what's spoken of in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, man. Go ahead, Al.
It says that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be the hills, and the people shall flow into it.
Yep, and that's going to be... So the people going to flow into it, they're going to be on the earth, man. Oh, Wisdom of Solomon 3. Yep.
Okay.
Wisdom of Solomon 3, and start at 5, Al.
This is
and this is dealing with those that's going to be delivered right here, right? This is a future prophecy. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
Right, yeah. Found them worthy for himself, which is dealing with the elect. Real quick, the brother Corner Walk, right? He just cut him. Matthew the 6th chapter, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. So the kingdom is going to be played out on earth, man. And I ain't seeing a peep. Let me see. I don't know where Rob at, man. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, as gold in the furnace have you tried them.
And we using this guy as for edification, as for edification purposes, man. And we could have easily just sent him out, block him. But no, we're going to use this as a tool to edify those out there, man. Because the Spirit, works like that at times. You might have a new listener, somebody might come across this video, and they might have the same questions, The Lord used this guy to come up where we can cut him in effort to edify somebody that out there that's sincere, man. All right, so go ahead.
It says, as gold in the furnace have you tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. In the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Right, so that's dealing with the kingdom, right? Go ahead.
They shall judge the nations.
Hold up, they shall what?
They shall judge the nations.
They shall judge the nations, man. And that links up with Revelation, the 2nd chapter. They shall rule over the nations, Psalms, the 2nd chapter. So this is dealing with the elect of the nation of Israel. We're going to judge the nations. So all the nations going to be in the kingdom of heaven? Yeah, because it's going to be on earth, man. That's why the element of reincarnation, without that idea, applying that, these scriptures, you'll never be able to come into the full understanding of the scriptures. Go ahead, Al.
It says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people.
See, go ahead.
And their Lord shall reign forever.
See, and their Lord shall reign forever, man. So that's going to be played out on the planet Earth. You got something? Oh, that was it? And unless you got more on that.
Yeah, next verse.
Okay.
It said, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
Whoa! See that? They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Now, how do you put your trust in the Lord? By trusting in his prophets. See, that's how you trust in the Lord. So whatever we tell you through the Spirit, if you trust in it, then that means you're going to know the truth. See, read that again.
It said, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints. And he have care for his elect.
Right, so that's a separation out there. All right. So let's get 2nd Ezra 14. Is that 2nd Ezra? Yeah, 2nd Ezra 14. We're talking about the earth.
Oh yeah, 2nd Ezra 14 and 10. It says, for the world have lost his youth, and the times began to wax old.
Right, so the world is beginning to wax old. It's lost its youth.
It says, for the world is divided into 12 parts.
Right, and if you ask him what that means, he ain't got a clue, man. He don't know what that means, man. All right? Go ahead.
And the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of a 10 part.
He don't understand what that's going into. Rob, he don't got a clue what that's going into, man. We know what that's going into. That's giving you the time of the earth, how old the earth is, man. 10,000 years already passed. Go ahead.
It says, and there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10 part.
Yep, see that? You got more of
that? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's telling you that the earth waxed old and the earth is going to be restored. The earth is going to be replenished, man. The earth is going to be made new, afresh. That's the new earth that he pulled up. He don't get Isaiah the 10th chapter and the 15th verse. While again, I'll read that one time in Psalm.
Which one you got first, John?
We're going to get to Psalm 17 one more time first.
This is the book of Psalm 17, in verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
So that's a cut. The wicked is the sword of the Lord. So you got to ask yourself, who is the wicked? And by now, if you scratch your head and wondering who is the wicked, this ain't for you. Because we don't even have to go into all these breakdowns to convince you to who the wicked is. All I got to do is show you a documentary, you know, going into the history of the so-called white man. You should say, oh shit, that's the wicked. All right? So the wicked is the sword. Give me the hammer. How is the hammer broken in pieces? Jeremiah 50.
Okay,
Go ahead.
go get that.
Get that.
Yeah, this Isaiah 10 and 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Yeah, read that again.
It says, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith?
Right, so the axe can't boast himself against the one that heweth therewith. Meaning the Lord gives the so-called white man his power. All right? And again, the axe is equivalent to what? The sword, the spirit. You know? That's the weapon of the Most High. Go ahead.
He said, or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Right, because Esau have this God complex. He like to boast himself as if he's the one, he's the reason why he's in power. You know, he like to boast himself as if, you know, he's that one nation that keep everybody together. You know, Esau got that approach like, if it wasn't for us, the nations would not be nothing. We had to civilize the nations. And that's a form of them boasting themselves against the Most High. Go ahead.
It says, as if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up. Or as,
so the Lord lifted up these devils. What?
Or as the staff should lift up itself as it were no wood.
Yep. So these are all weapons. And the point is, a weapon is rendered useless unless someone pick it up and bring power to it. You know, you can have the most menacing weapon, the damn SKS, you know what I mean? But that weapon is rendered useless unless somebody pick it up and work it. So that's Esau. Esau is useless, man, without the power of Yahweh Shema himself. All right? So yeah, give me that what you got real quick.
Yeah, this is the book on Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Right. So yeah, Rogan, man, we gave you a chance, bro. Now we just gonna overlook you, you know? he come with just a whole nother, you know, he's just playing semantics. He came with a whole nother precept, got nothing to do with nothing we talking about. You know, it's almost like somebody, you know, debate about sports, right? Then, you know, you said, you know, you talk about goddamn the 2017 championship game. Then they come and say, well, who was the quarterback? And look, they ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. You basically saying, I know about this. I ain't asking what you know, bro. I'm asking you to deal with come on, Rob.
That's it.
Yeah, man, you're reaching, bro. So yeah, man. Hey, man, we had fun with you, Rob, man. You know, catch us next time. You know, we might let you ride. We might block you. You know, all depends on how the spirit work. But anybody that got something, man, I think we made the point. Hey, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you believers out there, you know, as well as those who push out this word, you know, this body, the house of David, the elect, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children that's destined to see the salvation of our Lord Yahushua. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, Abba, Abba.
Rob, still coming. Hey, Rob, just do your, hey, hold up. Hey, Rob, just do your live stream, man. That's how you handle that, Rob. You upload your video. You show us how it's done, bro. Hey, yeah, all right. Oh, that's right. It's different. Cut, man. You got to cut, man.